Hello, 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 hello. Can you hear me? Good evening, everybody. Can you all hear me? If you can hear me, please let me know. Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me now? Okay, good evening, everybody. Okay. Is everybody hearing me? If you can hear me, let me know. Hey, you. Debbie. Please don't be angry with me. Great Friday once again. Yes. Hello, everybody. Idowu Lizzie Ogunkeye, Glory Grace Omoyemi, thank you for joining. Toyin Oyeshola Abioye, thank you. I can see you. Oluwafemi Daniel Idowu, thank you. Adedoja, thank you. Okay, you can hear me. Oh, that's wonderful. Aderemi Adeleke, thank you for joining in. Thank you so very much, everybody. Today again, I decided to do a second part of the hot seat. Why I did that is because some people said they wanted to ask some questions, but because of the network, they couldn't join in that day. So I had to do it again. I mean, for the second time, so that I'll give opportunities to those that were not able to join in that day, or maybe they had issues with their network. El Nino, thank you for joining in. Thank you. Okay, you can hear me. Thank you so very much. Um, this is Olu Abi, as you know, and also Abid Wusi. Some people still get it confused. They don't know I'm the same person. Somebody was trying to chat me up, and then he was calling me on the other messenger. I said, "Why are you calling?" So when I told him I was the same person, he said, "I'm a scammer." He just cut off and blocked me. Then I blocked him again in case he changes his mind. Then he will see that I blocked him too. So that is it. So I keep saying it all the time. I was trying to send him one of the videos so that he could see that I'm still the same. I was the same person. So, but he blocked me before I could do that. It was so fast that I realized it was up to something else. So this is Olu Abi of Thoughtful Events, and I'm also Abid Busi. So I'm not disputing it and I'm not changing it. I'm not a scammer. I'm not scamming anybody. I have not been asking people for money or anything. If anybody asks you anything on my behalf or using my name to ask, that's scam. I'm not doing that and I have never done that. Please be careful. That is it. So Prince Adeniyi Lawal, thank you for joining in, sir. Thank you, everybody. God bless you. As you can hear me, as you said, you can hear me. I'm trying to do this again in case you have any question you want to ask me, like the people that couldn't ask me questions the other time. So I'm here, and then I have some things I've written down again that I want to try and discuss. um you know, but in the process, if you have any question, ask me. I said formal question, don't come and ask me ọmọ mélòó ni mo bí kinní kan. I'm not ready to answer that. Adeyinka Awa, thank you for joining in. Ayoka Ade, thank you so very much, my God bless you. I can see we have few people. And Adenola, thank you, ma. Thank you. God bless you. Please share with people. You have not been sharing. It discourages me sometimes when I see that people are not sharing, they are not watching, they are not, they have not subscribed to the YouTube channel. El Nino, can you please help me put up the YouTube channel at Olu Abi? I think it's www.youtube um slash at Oluabi. So um can you help me put it up, or El Nino? Thank you. Linda Odia, thank you so very much, my sister. Thank you for joining in. So if you have any question, please ask me. I'm ready to answer. As I said, don't come and be asking me ọmọ mélòó ni mo bí, ìgbà wo ni mo bọ́kọ mi sùn. That's none of your business. That is not why we are here. We are here to encourage ourselves, then to ask some questions. If I am not able to answer, I will tell you if I don't know. But in my own opinion, I can give you answers, for and stuff like that. Please share with people, connect people with us. This is thoughtful event. If you go to Facebook, you can just type the name in the search button, you will see it. Ifeanyi Chukwu Osai, thank you, sir. Thank you for joining. God bless you. I have a question here, as I said, but before I go ahead, I just want to acknowledge God for giving us that opportunity to join ourselves, to be together tonight again. It's been a week, so it's by His grace. So many things have happened in the course of that week, but we thank God that we are here, we are standing, we are able to, join in. And we have to bless God, thank God, we have to appreciate God at all times, because He's the only one that could have done it, no other person. That is it. Adeyinka Ronke Oredeyin, senior me, thank you so much, ma. Thanks for joining in. God bless you. Yes, and people on YouTube, um, thank you for joining. Please join the YouTube, subscribe. Your Yoruba girl, she's trying her best, and we have a lot of videos that we have recorded, but because I've not been seeing subscription of people, it's free. Oh, subscription is free. Oh, free. Oh, we are not collecting money. Oh, so don't say, they will say we should subscribe, then the next thing they will be charging us. I'm not charging anybody. It's free. Oh, of hello. Maybe in the future, we don't know. But even people that I bring, that I have to give money to, I don't ask people for money. I do it on my own. So that is it. We have a very good topic coming up next week also. And then please bear with us. We are starting, we are just starting, we are starters, and then we are trying our best and to make sure everybody is happy. So Alhamdulillah, yes, thank God. That is Alhamdulillah. Okay, Adeyinka. So thank you for joining again. God bless you. We have acknowledged God who has given us life to be able to be here. We glorify His name. Amen. Either you're a Muslim or a Christian, we are just serving God, and that is it. We have to acknowledge Him. Ọlá Fúnmiláyọ̀, thank you. Bye, sí ọ̀rẹ́. Ṣé dáadáa wà o? Thank you so very much for joining. God bless you. So I have a question here. um like, at what age can you give your child a phone? At what age do you think it is proper to give your child a phone? I'm throwing it to you. I'm still going to talk about it, but I just want to hear your opinion. I've heard so many things as people will say it. So, but I just want to hear your opinion. At what age? Adeyinka Adeyemi, thank you, ma. Thank you for joining. God bless you. So, at what age do you think it is proper to give your child a phone? in this age at least. Okay. So as everything is going on, the way things are going on in the world, not only in Nigeria or in Africa, but all over the world, at what age do you think it is proper or it is ideal to give your child a phone? Please, let's rub minds together and see how it is. So, do you have anything to say about it? If you have anything to contribute, you can write in the comment section. Or are you bold to talk? Your Madefa Bule Abodere, thank you for joining in, ma. God bless you. So I was asking a question. I said, at what age do you think it is proper to give your child a phone? At least with everything going on around the world, and at what age? I've had encounters with people, talking and talking. First and foremost, I'm not talking about people that give toddlers or babies phones, or that your phone will now become a toy for your child. I don't do it. I don't know how to do it. Even when my baby was small, I don't give her my phone. When somebody will say, my child spoilt my phone, or maybe you call somebody, you say, oh, my daughter was playing games on it. No, I provide another device. I will provide another device, maybe like a Chromebook or anything, where I can be able to monitor, or maybe an old phone that I'm not using anymore if I want the child to play games on it. But giving a toddler my phone, I don't, because one, I don't want to miss important calls, and I don't have money to be buying phones all the time. When a child will smash my phone on the floor or mess it up or throw it in water or anything, that I won't be able to repair it, that I have to look for money to buy another one. So I cherish my phone. Is a personal item for me, so I carry it personally. So that is it. I don't give my children phone to play with. They don't toy with my phone, and if my phone rings, they bring it straight to me to pick it up, unless I say pick it up. At times when I'm not available, they can, like the senior ones can pick it up and get messages down for me. But um to turn my device or my phone or my laptop into your play store, or maybe like game stuff or toy, no, I don't give my children my phone like that. No, never. So that is it. I started using phone before I left Nigeria, so I never gave my children phone, and they know they are not supposed to toy with it, so I don't give it to them. Yeah. So somebody said, I don't know about anyone who has. For me, I gave my daughter phone at 18. Yes, good, good. At least an 18-year-old would have known a right from a left, would have known better. That is it, before giving them phone. Like me, I would say my personal opinion, because I needed to check on them, as in about school and stuff, while working. So I gave my daughter a phone at 16, and I did not give her I gave her like an analog phone. So you cannot take pictures, you cannot record, no, you cannot. You can only use it to call me or to text, or I use it to call you and to text, just to know your whereabouts. What are you doing? What are you up to? Where are you? That is it. So I didn't give them phones. I gave the eldest at 16, so that I'll be able to monitor all of them. And she knows that once I call her, I'm going to ask after everybody. Where's so 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 person? Where's so 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 person? So she was always ready to answer those questions. So as for me, I started at 16. Maybe if they were still in Nigeria, I would have extended it to 18 years. I don't know. But here I gave them at 16 because I wanted to be checking on them to know how far, where they are, or what they are up to, or maybe to pass a message down to them when I'm not at home. And that was the reason why I gave them phone at 16. Yeah, I can see we are all on the same page. People are talking about after secondary school. People are saying 18 years, so it's about the same time. People are saying, yeah, you're saying 18 years after O levels and stuff like that. Yeah, it's the same. That is it to do. Okay. She has finished secondary school certificate examination for now. They use my phone to do any assignment given to them. That is it. That one is only for assignment. And they, during the COVID time, I know a lot of things changed. Like when the children were doing virtual classes, they had to buy them devices and stuff like that. But I tried to talk to few people that were close to me. I told them that they should buy like tablets for them and not phones. So tablet will be bigger so that they will be able to see what they are doing, and then it will not be handy for them to be taking about. And then most of the tablets don't have SIM card, so they won't be able to go too far on whatever they had to do. They will do it, use it strictly for the assignments. The children are so smart these days that even looking at you, they can be doing some mischievous things on the phone or on their devices, and you won't know, and you'll be sitting right there. You'll be saying, but they jókòó tì o, ẹ̀gbẹ́ mi ló wà, and you won't know what they are doing. You won't know what they are up to. They are looking at you, watching you. The moment you want to make a move, they change it, and you won't even know what they are up to. You understand? But at least we are still trying our best, and those children will know that we are still trying their best. We have tried. At least there's still caution there. There's the respect is still there, that they know they cannot do what they are not supposed to do uh, on those devices and stuff like that. As, that is just it. So that is one thing. So they are saying after O levels, which is good, which is good. I think I like that idea, because a lot of things is going on the on the social media stuff these days and everything. So we have to be cautious of what we are doing and how we are bringing them up. These children know, don't be surprised, they know more than we know. During our time that we were needing adults to talk to us about so many stuff, these children, they will tell you some things, you will just open your mouth and like, what? Where did you get that from? How did you know that? There are so many teachers outside, formal and informal teachers. They are ready to teach your child anything. So just be careful. Make sure you get to your child before they get to your child. That is it. Monitor, but don't overdo it. At times when you overdo it, the children will want to say, okay, àti ẹ fẹ́ rí nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ gan. They want to dare it. So, but don't overdo it. At least give them chances to be talking, to be free with you at times. And then when you want to smack. When you want to play. Let them just, that is it. Yeah, they use phone for assignments and everything like that. Yeah, that is good. Thank you. You have any 15? Yeah, is individual differences. As I said, most of those people are saying 18. Like my own, I said 16, and because she needed to contact me. And then funny thing, there was this thing that happened, because I used to give them these analog phones in the beginning. It's only later they will now change the phone. So, and they had an external exam, and then I had to check on them. I had already wished them good luck, so I wanted to check on them, that how far have you done the were you through with your papers and stuff like that. So as I called, I didn't know I called during the exam, and they have already warned them not to hold on to any phone, any devices and stuff like that. So lo and behold, they had to summon him, or to the teacher called him and said, give me that phone. So they now seized the phone from him and told him to tell his parents to come and get that. An adult have to come to the school to get the phone from them. So they didn't release the phone. So I was calling, the phone was switched off, until when they got home and they were now telling me, Mommy, you called me in the exam hall and everybody was looking at me. They were so angry. They said we shouldn't hold on to the phone and stuff like that. I said, what? And it was an external exam, not even the school exam. I said, what? I'm sorry. I just wanted to check on you to see how far, that if you were through with your exams, just to wish you good luck again. And at times I used to call to remind them, please make sure you read instructions very well before you answer questions and stuff like that. So that was what I was trying to do, the mother stuff, mother head. I didn't know it was going to land him in trouble. I said, okay, were you able to do the exam? Say, initially they seized this thing and they asked him to stand up, but later on the principal now said they should allow him because they searched him and did everything. They didn't see anything. So when I went to the school, I went with my brother to get the phone. They now said why they didn't send him out of the class was because the phone was an analog phone. If it had been like all these sophisticated phones with camera and stuff, they would have thought maybe he was cheating, he was using it to cheat. So, but because it was an analog phone, all this old phone, Romi stuff, they didn't see anything, nothing. And that was why they asked him to finish up the exam. And then they took the phone and asked us to come and get it. I said, and they now asked him who called him. And he was now trying to show them that it's my mom, And meanwhile, I still left the message. So I played the message. They had to play the message there at, oh, hello, so how are you doing, how is your exam, I'm just checking on you, were you able to finish the questions, please make sure you listen, you read the instructions very well before you answer the questions. And that was all. That was how everything went off. I'm just happy anyway. But in such case, if I had given him like a big phone or all this camera phone and stuff like that, it wouldn't have been as easy as it was, and everything like that. So, and if that child now happened to pass very well, they will say, oh, he cheated, and stuff like that. Oh, just thank God. Thank you everybody for watching. I can see some people have joined again. I think I'm seeing my brother Adekunle Aina. I am seeing Tolulope, Bolarinwa Ologunwa. Thank you, thank you. Who else am I seeing here? Uh, thank you once again. God bless you. So you have any question for me? I'm ready to answer. Adetimeni. I can see. I'm sorry. The names are just going by. I saw Adetimehin Femi Olamide. Okay, thank you so very much. God bless you for joining. You have any other question for me? Or I should keep firing on? Okay. So, another thing I want to talk about is punishment for children. Punishment for children. How do you punish your child when they have done something wrong? Folashade Makinde, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so very much. So how do you punish your children when they have done something wrong? Are you the type that beats? Are you the type that slaps, that your hands are so fast? Bah, bah. Are you the type that punishes and say, oh, sit down there, kneel down there, Ireke Obo, this and that, Joko Dera, different kind of punishments. Are you that type? Or are you that type that deny them of some benefits? That, okay, I will not give you this, I will not give you that because you have done this. Some will go to the extent of punishing a child by not giving that child food. So many kinds of punishment. What kind of punishment do you give your child? As I used to say, we were once children, and most of the things all these children are doing, we have done them in one way or the other, or maybe somebody close to us. We have ideas of what they are doing. So I believe, to me, if you want to punish a child, or you want to correct a child when a child have done something wrong, I do not believe in starving that child for food, because this was never done to me. I remember when I was young, if I do anything and my mom wants to beat, or I'll be crying, pleading. Then when they now say, don't give her food, my mom say, no, I will give her food though. I will not give her food. Okay, why won't I give her food? Where will she eat? Where will she get the food she want to eat? So she will not go out and be begging for food, and something else will not happen. No, 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 no. I will give her food, but I will still beat you. That is it. I will give you food and I will beat you. So that is it. So I don't believe in punishing a child with food or starving a child all in the name of punishment. I don't believe in it. So if a child has done something wrong, let the child knows what he or she has done wrong. Then I will say, tamper justice with mercy. That is it. So tamper justice with mercy. Don't overdo it. Some people will go to the extent of beating the children in the middle of the night. That is what I cannot do. If a child is sleeping, you now wake that child up and show them cane. Oh yeah, you did this in the afternoon. Igba, igbo, igba, igbo. A child that is supposed to be resting, her brain or his brain is supposed to be resting at that time, sleeping and preparing for the next day. Then you now pick the child in the middle of the night and you start beating the child. That is what I have never done before, and it's even too late. I can never do it. I don't do that to children. There's one thing I want you to understand, that children, we see them as children, but with what is going on around the world, they how do I meddle this? As in, the way things happen sometimes and the way we carry it or we respond differs. There was I've said it once time that I watch an emergency show. Like, it's a show, they call it ER, emergency, that people, they rush into the hospital for emergency stuff, and they rushed a 7-year-old to the hospital. When the child was diagnosed, the child wasn't blinking, wasn't talking, wasn't moving. It was just there on the bed. So at the end of the diagnosis, they found out that the child was battling with stroke. He was in shock, almost having a stroke. And all the doctors, they could not believe it. A 7-year-old, it has never happened before. How come? So they were rushing up and down and everything. So they were calling doctors, and doctors, they were not even on the duty. And even doctors in the interstates, like several doctors across America, to ask questions. Have you ever seen this before? Some will say, oh, in the course of my duty, my job in this all these years, maybe like 20 years, 30 years, even 45 years experience, I've never encountered something like this. A 7-year-old having stroke. How come? So they were now asking questions. The mom was just busy crying uncontrollably, because she was just crying that the child must not die, because if the child dies, she was going to die. What's going on? They were going up and down. So, and then they found out that they could give that child a medication, that maybe that medication will suspend the thing, or maybe it was going to calm him down. But the youngest age for that medication was 18 years, and this boy was no nearer to 18 years. He was just 7 years. So how were they going to do it? They were asking questions, they were calling, everything. So when the mother was crying, they were now asking her questions, that what happened? How come? What is wrong? Did he fall? Did anything happen to him? Was he beating? Was he, was he during the night and everything? Then the mother now started talking and said that they lost the older brother. So like about a year before that time. And then 2 weeks prior to that day, that they lost the father also. So in the course of a year, they lost two people. There were four in the family, two were gone. So it's remaining the woman and the boy. Then the doctors now found out that the boy was in shock. He didn't know how to respond to what has happened. He didn't know how to cope. He didn't talk, and the mom was crying. Probably the mom was crying, trying to, people were trying to calm the mom, forgetting that this child too was human. That the child too was human. So that was how they, like they forgot the boy. They didn't really take care of him. They didn't ask him questions. They didn't see how he was doing. They focused on the mother. Now the boy couldn't cope, not knowing they had to. The mother was now talking that she had to check the camera and see that the boy has not been sleeping. In the middle of the night, he will wake up, go to his brother's bed. He will be walking around. He will go back, lay down for a while. He will get up again. He didn't know how to respond. He couldn't cry out. He didn't see who he was going to talk to. So he was neglected, and that was it. So the way children respond to things are different. So also we adults. So how can a child be sleeping, and because that child has offended you during the day, you did not beat that child that time, you did not correct, you did not scold that child at that particular time, you now decided to wait until the child is sleeping at night, then you will now go and wake the child up and be flogging in the middle of the night. What if the child drops down and die? What if anything happens? You will now be blaming the devil. We have to think about it very well. Not that we should not correct our children, but not to the extent of waking them up in the middle of the night and be beating them. No, no. Let them sleep. I don't starve children for food when I want to punish them. I give you food. That doesn't mean I won't beat you if you have done something wrong. That doesn't mean I won't scold you or punish you. I won't correct you. No, I will do all those. But it doesn't stop me from feeding you, taking care of you, and making sure you are okay. That is it to me. But so starving a child is no, no, no to me. I don't see that. I don't see that as I see that as wickedness, not punishment. Wickedness. Because how do you want the child to eat? Where do you want the child to eat from? Then the next thing, the child will go out and be begging food from where he or she is not supposed to. And the next thing they'll say, oh, your mom have not been giving you food. Come, I'll be giving you food. Then the next thing, they start giving them something else. And the next thing you will say, hey, you used to be a very good child, though, no, until recently that the child stops eating at all, start going out, start doing this, that. But you will not tell them you're the one always starving the child for food. That is it. We have to be very careful. We have to be very careful. We have to be very, very careful. So that is it. I can never wake a child up to be beaten, whether during the daytime or in the middle of the night. That is it. If a child is sleeping, let the child sleep. Some will not even wake them. They will flog from the sleep. They will carry cane and beat that child. No, that is wickedness. That is wickedness. No, no, that is wickedness. Wickedness. You're not supposed to do that. Starving a child? No. Yeah. Yes, we have to, yeah, we punish the children according to the magnitude of their offense. If it's a big offense, you know how to do it. If it requires only talking, talk. If it requires beating, beat. If it requires punishment, like sit down there, kneel down there, stuff like that, give it to them. Not to punish, not to starve them, or maybe to wake them in the middle of the night and do such. Okay. Somebody asked me for my color, my favorite color. Me, I no get color. I remember when I was in high school, I was in yellow house, so I thought yellow was my color. Later on, I shifted to purple. Later on, I shifted to blue. Later on, I started wearing brown. So anything that comes to me, that is just it. But I like to comprehend the colors, sure, anyway. So if I want to wear something bright, I try to put something to cool it down a little bit. If I wear something dull, I try to wear something to match it with something that will make it to look a little bit bright, so that it will not be too dull, and it will not be too flashy. That is it. I don't really like too flashy stuff. So as you can see, I'm wearing brown. I'm wearing yellow now. I'm wearing brown wristwatch. So that is it. I try to cool it down a little bit. I don't want when my colors are too bright. Yeah, now wear red. No, I, I will want to break it down a little bit. That is it. Thank you. Any other question? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes. Even starving a child can make the child to start stealing. You know that? Especially people that the children living with them are not their children. You will be starving the child. It will make the child to be stealing. The child might steal at home, might go out and steal and disgrace you. So we have to be very careful. We know things the way things are in the world. Um, kò sówó kò sóúnjẹ. Don't seize that opportunity to say you are punishing the child maybe when you don't have something to give them to eat. Even if you don't have anything to give them to eat, let them know that, oh, I don't have anything to give you to eat, but not that you will use punishment as an escape route. That's okay, oh, because you did this, I'm not giving you food, instead of you to come out clean and tell them that kò sóúnjẹ ní o. So if the child knows that there is no food, they can even bear with you, they can understand you better than you using an avenue of a punishment to starve them. That is it. Adebowale Aderomu, you don come. Welcome o. Tidekemeleje. Olukoya Olayiwola Olawale, thank you for joining. God bless you. Um, any other question? You have questions for me? I've answered 2 questions now. I mean, I have spoken about 2 things now. So in case you were not here, we spoke about what age you can give your child a phone, and people are saying between 15 and 18, at least for the child to have grown a little bit, and things like that. And then yes, opening, yeah. Then the way we punish our children also, that's another question we asked, that what kind of punishment do you give your children? Do you beat? Are you the type that is always slapping pa pa po? Are you the type that uses cane? Are you the type that allows the child to sleep and in the middle of the night you go and wake the child with cane po po? Or maybe you wake the child up and say, yeah, come up, why you know, and stuff like that. And there's one thing I wanted to know, that even if a child does anything, try to correct that child at that particular time, because most children, they forget. So when you are now beating them, it's like you are just wicked to them, because they have forgotten what they have done. So at that particular time, correct them, let them know what they have done. Not that you will now wait until odola odotula. Me, I will not talk until when your father comes by weekend, then he will now beat you. No, let the child knows what he or she has done wrong, punish or correct that child at that particular time. Olasunbo Kuye, thank you so very much. God bless you. Thank you. It's on YouTube. Thank you. I can see Adepeju Olaegbe Adeyinka. Thank you. You said, do I have a favorite among my children? I don't think so. I don't think so. You know why? I try as much as possible not to. Even if I have, I don't show it. So I don't think so. It's good to treat them equally, give them equal benefits, equal attention, equal love. Because if you don't do that, you are creating enmity between your children, because they will know that you love so person more than them. So there will be jealousy, there will be rivalry, there will be hatred, there will be hatred. So that is it. So love them equally, treat them equally, give them the same treatment, give them the same attention, the same opportunity. Not that you say ìwà lọ school, ìwà lọ kọ́ṣẹ́. No, unless if that child says mo fẹ́ lọ kọ́ṣẹ́, give them the same opportunity and give them the same. Some will say ìwà lọ private school, you will go to private school, you will go to public school. No, I don't do that. I don't like that. I don't like that. There was a point in time that I couldn't afford the school they were. I called them and I told them, instead of me owing the school or leaving one person in that school and taking the rest to another school, I would rather take all of you. I withdrew all of them and took them to the same school. So I don't do that. I don't do that. So it's better you give them the same portion of love, treat them equally, give them the same opportunity. Especially the first child, you will want to make his or her own, a bit different, letting other ones know that òun làgbà, because he's always the one shouldering all the chores in the house. Iṣẹ́ tiẹ̀ ló máa pọ̀ jù. So you can like show a kind of sort of appreciation. Maybe you are giving them food, you give him or her one meat, then you now say, oh yeah, come take small piece again, you had to eat. You understand? So it's not good to have favorites among the children. The circumstances surrounding their birth can warrant you to say you want to give special attention, especially when you say ọmọ tí mo jìyà jìyà, or maybe a child that when you had that child, things were so okay for you, you had money, and there's another child where you don't have so much, or maybe you and the father are not in good terms, and then you now want to go and be showing to that child that somebody have told me once before that the mother will look at her and say, oh rí wo bó ṣe jọ bàbá ẹ, ó jọ lájọ tán, ipò, just give her a slap, because the father and the mom were no more together, and because of what the father had done to her. So she sees the child, the father in the child all the time. So she had to be acting that way. It's not supposed to be like that. It's not the child's fault that the child was brought into the world in such manner and way, and it's not the child's fault that she resembled her father. She didn't create herself. So we have to be very careful. Don't show love or attention to some and neglect some. Give them the same priority, give them the same love, show them love the same way, give them the same attention, give them the same opportunities. That is it. If a child now says, oh mommy, I don't want to go to school again, I want to go and learn, you will now let the child know that you are the one taking this decision. I'm not the one saying I don't want to send you. I have seen a case when a friend of mine said she told her father that, Dad, when I finish secondary school, I want to go and learn how to sew. So when she finished secondary school, she didn't make her papers. She didn't make all the papers. So she now said she wanted to go and learn how to sew. She said the father called her inside the house and beat the hell out of her and said, even if you are going to learn how to sew, you must have a first degree. So she went to the Polytechnic, had her HND, but she still went and learned how to sew. But today, she's always thanking the father. That thank God that the father gave her a brain resetting beat that day, that she had to go to school, that even if you don't want to use that certificate, go and study and get your first degree at least. Then afterwards, you can now say you don't want to go to school anymore. You can go and learn any vocational job. And which she did. Both are useful to her now. She has a big establishment here in the US that she's always thanking her father for not allowing her to drop at that particular time. Not that there was money. If it were to be some fathers, they would have been happy because there was no money then. They were struggling, and she wasn't the only child. But the father wanted everybody to have first degree at all costs. They are enjoying it now, and that is it. And that is it. So, thank you. Any other question? Three most important things in life. Aside family. See, depending on your priorities, right? But I tell people, on your own self, not in the cause of the family, on your own self. I say first and foremost, acquire knowledge. Acquire knowledge. When you acquire knowledge, because no knowledge is lost though. Acquire knowledge, it might be vocational, it might be education, formal education, or whatever. Then empowerment. Iṣẹ́. Even if you graduate, you have not, you have graduated college or university, you have not seen any job to do, go and look for something to teach yourself, or look for something you derive pleasure in, and empower yourself. As they said, Ijebu people says, wọ́n náírà rẹ̀ wọ́n sọ fún wọn ènìyàn, ò ní ra olóòléèyàn. You have to empower yourself to stand on your 2 feet. Even if you are doing it, it's not showing yet. Money is not there yet. Keep praying, keep striving. At the end of the day, God will smile on you. Yes, acquire education. That is it. I said it. So it might be formal, it might be informal. Just make sure you acquire education. Once you are able to do that, then empowerment. It is one thing for you to be educated. It is one thing to put it into practice. You can go to school and be a lawyer. If you are not working, you have not empowered yourself. You only acquire the knowledge, but you are not using it. Even if you go to school, you have not seen a job, as I said, you can still learn something. Look for one thing you like or you love, or you derive pleasure in doing, and then start doing it. Start doing it. Then you'll be able to empower yourself. I have seen a graduate selling crayfish. Àtẹ́lẹwọ́ ẹni kì í tan ní jẹ. Then you won't be able to depend on anybody. I have seen somebody that where she was working, when she told me how much she was earning and how much her transportation was, I was like, what is wrong with you? Say, my dear sister, it is better I go there. The money given to me is meant for transportation alone. But one way or the other, God has been faithful. It's better I keep going out every day to do all this job. Then she said from there she was able to get small loan and started selling small things. Say, if she had been at home, those opportunities wouldn't have come. Say, it's better than staying at home and be thinking and be going crazy. That one day she knew that God was going to smile on her. That is it. She had OND then. She wanted to do her HND, but she didn't have the resources. She said why she was at work, because of her diligence at work. One day the boss just called her and told her that this is an opportunity for you to do your HND, because there's this all these campuses that they move about. Then there was this one, I forgot the name, that was so close to them that, like, on Saturday she has lectures, I think from 12 p.m., that you can be coming, and then everything. So they gave her a loan at school, well, I mean at work, what she was able to use to pay the school fees, and she started the classes. And then eventually she graduated. When she graduated, another branch that they opened not quite far from the house, they moved her there to join the new people that were there. First and foremost, from 300 naira transportation fee to work every day was reduced to 50 naira every day. Then she was able to gain something from there, and then she had already acquired more knowledge. That's number two. And number three, she got promoted, which increased her pay. You know, because she was doing it, she didn't relent. God smiled on her, and she was able to scale through. Now I know she has gone so far because she's still with the company, and as she was growing, the company too was growing. Things were changing and getting better. She's married with children. She's still there now. She's been with them for like 17 years now. So Ibereki Shonishe, when you do that, acquire knowledge, empower yourself. That is it. Those are the things. Then one thing I will say to people is acknowledging God in everything you do. Acknowledge God. Let people know that it is not by your grace or by your power. It is by God's grace. Don't take glory for yourself or for humans, but for God. God has the glory. Either you're a Christian or a Muslim. If you know and you acknowledge God, that God has been the source of your power and the source of everything in your life, you will keep doing more and more and more. Hello, I'm back. That's so cool. I don't know what's going on. Hello. Is the network? I'm sorry. Hello. Human the Great. The Great, right? Hi. Network is not coming up. I don't know what's going on. Uh-oh. Mm, 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 mm. Hmm? Uh-oh. I think I will have to end this because The network, I'm using the data and mobile data. I don't know. It rained, so maybe that's why. Keep saying I'm offline. Okay. There's a question on YouTube. I'm sorry about that. It's the network, and I couldn't have done anything about it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please bear with me. It rained earlier today, and there was a big thunder, a very loud thunder. Maybe that's why. So now, there's a question on YouTube which says, "How is your, I mean, what is your advice for children and parents on how to balance social media activities and other life endeavors?" Hmm. Um, One thing for you is to know that social media is always there, and you let the children know that when they are done in life with their things like education, growing up, and everything, they will always have time to play. They will always have time for social media. So there should be limitations on how the children go on social media and what are the kinds of social media they can go to. Um, like in YouTube, we have children's YouTube where they have games and they have things to play and watch. And then you have to monitor what they watch, let them know what they can watch and what not to watch. Like myself, what I just did is I found out that I could restrict my child to some hours during the day. So during the school time, she has some hours she can, on that age when you are under 18. So you will set it in such a way that maybe 2 hours daily after school. Then when they are not in school, maybe on holidays or on weekends, they will be having like 3 or 4 hours. And then they should not stay on it at a stretch. They should break it. It can be 1.5 hours, 1.5 hours, then 1 hour. That is for the 4 hours. So don't allow them to stay at a stretch. So it's not good for their eyes, it's not good for their brain, and it's not even good for their health sitting on one spot for too long. So you let them watch a little bit, then go and play. I used to tell my child, play like a child. During our own time, we didn't have social media. So we play around, we play with the neighbors' children, we play on the streets, we play by the roadside. But nowadays, things are not the same the way it used to be, and it's even dangerous, right? But you can allow them to play a little while outside. You can stay outside and watch, and then tell them to come inside if they want to watch the social media or what they want to watch. What are they doing on social media is very important, very, very important. We have to make sure we give them restrictions, give them restrictions on what to watch, when to watch, and how to watch. That is it. You give them restrictions. That is it. And then, as I said, you can set the time for them. Once they have spent their 2 hours, the phone will lock off. The YouTube will lock off. So they won't be able to search anything or to do anything on the YouTube or to see. No, because the time has passed, right? Because they will require the age of that child, and you as an adult too, you will put your age, and so they will see you as an adult trying to control a child. So that is it. But whatever they are watching at the same time, I will tell my child to place it in such a way anybody passing by will see what she's watching. So if she's watching horror movie or whatever, I tell her, no, you can't watch horror movie. That you will not be able to sleep during the night. No. Or that's something that will be that will be scary. No. So you have to monitor what they are watching, and you let them know why you are monitoring them, that you don't want them to get exposed to something that is not supposed to be. There was one, I want to cite an example. A couple came online. I watched it. If I see it, I can send it to a few people I know. So they came online. They were talking about some adults posing to be children on YouTube. So I don't know the way they did it in such a way that they can see when an adult is there. So when they see an adult coming, they log off or they start chatting with their child like a child. They delete whatever they have said. So this particular child found out that this person was not, when you are chatting with a child that is very knowledgeable and very brilliant, the child was like, this thing is too much for this person. How can a child be chatting like this? So she now called her father and said, Daddy, see what this person have written. Then the father now said, and you said this person is a child. Say, yes, I don't think so. So they now said, anytime the person is chatting with you or is trying to play games with you, let me know. So the person will be asking, is your mom there? Is your dad there? Go somewhere where there is no adult, do this, do that. So this particular day, the child gave the parents sign that the guy was there, the person was there. Immediately the mother sat beside the girl, the person logged off. It's so cool. The network is hanging again. Hey, why are they doing this to me? Why today? Can you hear me? Hello, hello. So I guess I'll have to post it on the Facebook again. I'm doing both YouTube and Facebook at the same time, but I guess I'll have to post it on YouTube, on Facebook also, so that people on Facebook too can see as it keeps going on up and down. So according to what I said, each time they want to sit with the child, the person will log off, the person will not come online. So it kept on and on and on and on like that. So this particular day, because they didn't know what was going on, they now told the girl, they had to block her camera from the device. They blocked everything. Even though the girl was not putting it on, the person was seeing them. The way it tapped the device, they didn't know. So they had to block the camera stuff. Okay, welcome back. I've started talking about the girl. So the girl told the parents and they were monitoring, trying to watch. So when they were watching, each time the parents sit down with the child, the person will log off, the person will not chat with them. So unknown to them, the girl did not put on a camera, but the person tapped into a camera. They didn't know how the person did it. Could see them. So each time the girl was alone, he would know the girl was alone. Anytime the parents were around, he would know the parents were around, so he won't chat with the girl. So this particular day, the father was curious. What could have been going on? How did this person know? Well, did you tell the person? No, I didn't tell the person my parents are here. So how come each time we are around or available to see the chat, the person will not chat with you? So I think they went to all these computer analysts and so those one now said, oh, the device had already been tapped into. So they could monitor if the child was the only one there or the parents were available with her. So they now did it in such a way and blocked the camera. So this particular day, he wanted to chat. The girl now chatted with the guy that, hello, it's been a while. The guy now said, oh yes, I've been busy. Where are you? The girl said, I'm in my room. Said, okay, anybody there with you? Say no. Okay, I want you to do some things on that computer. that he was ready to teach the girl so that the girl will be able to unlock the camera for him. So the girl said, okay, no problem. So the girl now said, put on your camera also, that you have always been seeing me, but I've never seen you. Say, I know you're a big boy and I like you, I want to see you. That was how the parents told her. So they've already taught the girl how to screenshot the face of the person. So immediately the person put up his camera, the girl did the screenshot like 2 times. So they were able to see the person's face. A grown-up adult acting like a child and using the kids' YouTube to chat with children. Okay, the girl now put on her camera. As she put on her camera, both father and mother were sitting beside her, and the guy saw them and logged off and blocked the girl. So that was how they were able to go to the police. They told the police everything and everything. So they tried and tracked the person. They found out that the person was even about 2-3 streets away from them. So an adult acting like a child and chatting with children. Who knows how many children the person would have destroyed their lives? What if the child was not close to the parents, was not open to them, was not telling them everything? He would have taught the girl how to maneuver, to take things behind the parents and destroy her. So that is why whatever your children are watching, let them show you. Tell them to be truthful about it. Let them show you, because they are kids. They think they are doing the right thing, but you as a parent, we know they are doing the wrong thing. So we have to be very watchful. Be watchful. Let's work again. I think we'll have to call it a date. As soon as it comes up, then we'll have to hang up. Can you see me? Okay, you can hear me. Thank you. I think the Facebook is locked off already. So anybody that wants to finish it up can come on YouTube and finish it up. So that is how it is. I won't be able to go further because most of the people watching are on Facebook. So I'm so sorry the network is acting up like this, and there's nothing I can do about it. I've tried my possible best. I've put on the mobile data and everything, but still messing up. So I'm so sorry about that. I could be because the effect of the rain, because it rained earlier today and there was a big thunder, a loud thunder, you know. So that is it. I know I'm still coming again, but that will be some other time. We'll think about it if we want to come on the third time so that we can talk about all this. We call them trivial things, but they are very important. because they are very important in our daily lives, in our children's lives, our families' lives. So we have to be very, very careful, and we have to be up and doing. May the Lord bless us. Thank you so very much for watching tonight. This is also Olu Abi of Thoughtful Events, as our very said, and also Abid Wusi. So you can check both names on Facebook. Thoughtful Events is a group which allows anybody over 21, between 21 and up, to join. We want adults, not babies, because we want to reason like adults. We share things in common, like sharing our good and bad news, and our bad stories and our good stories, and teaching and preparing ourselves for the future, and encouraging ourselves when we are down. And that is it. And you can Google it on the, sorry, search it up on Facebook. Thoughtful Event with a small t and with a small e. All of the letters are capital letters. So join us, be a part of us. We want you, we love you. God bless you. Till next week, when we bring another crucial topic. Be good to yourself and be good to everybody around you. God bless you. Bye. Love you all.